firefly witch, this enigmatic being that lurks the northern kingdom of the empire, would be nothing but a folk tale if it wasn't for a string of incidents, sightings, and attacks that paint a clear line of its travel around the empire. With these attacks being of immense concern, but with a lack of detail due to the usual lack of survivors. But based on the condition of the bodies, we can see that this witch has the specific habit of violently disarming a victim prior to removing their head. This all appears to be done through pyromancy. This is further backed up by the reports of a small platoon of soldiers sent to investigate this witch, with the only survivor being one of the members of the mage squad, with his report being some of the only concrete information on the witch, allowing us to make the following profile. Official name: the Firefly Witch. Original identity: unknown. Physical description: she stood at around 8 foot tall and had skin like birchwood. In fact, her body bears a resemblance to that of a wooden doll, while also displaying traits common in mage mutations, such as the 5 eyes on her face and the extra set of arms. But the most striking feature is the lantern-like structure that makes up the lower torso of the creature. This lantern appears to perpetually spew smoke, while also producing an odd flame that works as the base of its spells, or at least the ones we know about. It appears that all these spells are derived from a base spell called Firefly. This is a fairly basic fire spell that releases small luminous orbs that are used to illuminate an area. The first variation has been named Firefly Red. This is a 2-stage offensive spell that produces a small red projectile that starts off by flying around aimlessly before immediately darting towards a target, then detonating. It appears that the longer it wanders around, the more powerful the explosion. This is achieved by absorbing the ambient magic in the surroundings. The second spell, known as Firefly Blue, this is primarily used as a mobility spell, as it starts similarly to the red version, but instead of detonating it, releases an explosion that's coated in a layer of wind and water magic. All of this allows the caster to harmlessly launch themselves and others. The third known spell, named Firefly Yellow. This is the sensory variation of the spell that produces a luminous orb that floats around while sending a visual feed of everything its light touches to the caster. These spells alone would be dangerous, but the 3 in tandem have posed a serious problem for our soldiers and has led to the higher-ups placing a flea on side order in regards to the Firefly Witch, with the exception for official witch hunters. Coming back. This was actually one of the earliest characters I drew for this project, with the initial sketch being older than the elf video. For witches, I like to try and make a design that reflects or hints to the mental state of the character before they became a witch, like with the Firefly Witch in this video. I like to use a lot of doll and puppet imagery to imply an idea of being controlled. I don't want to share too much since I plan to explore her story more in future videos. There's actually a lot of stuff I want to go over, and I plan on making a video to explain it, so be on the lookout for that video. And if you want more updates, be sure to check out the Discord link below.